So, Mr. Aeon, tell me what's on your mind.
Nice to see you, Doctor. I've been thinking about something for a while now, and I wanted to have a second opinion on it.
Do tell.
Sometimes I wonder if analyzing the show impacts how much we enjoy it. Like if it makes us love it more, or even start to grow tired of it. Assuming it does anything at all, that is.
Well, let me ask you this. What goes through your mind when you think analysis?
Well, when I think of analysis, I expect something like an info dump of stuff most viewers probably just skimmed over when they first saw it. But with that, you'd think you would have to watch it with a dispassionate or super inquisitive mindset to view it analytically, which most people don't really do when they're looking to be entertained.
So, the first videos you saw on the subject placed a creative spark in your mind? Made you want to think more deeply about MLP?
In a sense. I'm really into philosophy. Overthinking things is what philosophers do for the most part, at least as far as the general public is concerned. It was not too much of a stretch to simply apply philosophy or even mythology to the show.
I am rather curious, though. If you hadn't stumbled upon any MLP analysis videos, would you have made the effort to start doing any of your own MLP projects?
Probably not. The real reason why I started this was to meet new people and make some friends along the way. I was rather bored with myself when I started and thought it would be fun. You might say that Night Sphere finally motivated me to do it. We have similar interests and became fast friends after that. Not to say I don't try to put effort into my videos, but you get the idea.
Well, you mentioned earlier that you're worried about how getting into analysis may end up causing us to like the show even less. I don't know about you, but when I first discovered the review and analysis videos, I began to enjoy the show even more. And when I started making projects of my own, that passion continued to grow. I know that I'm finding more of the little problems here and there in various episodes, but I'm also noticing a lot more of the impressive tidbits that the MLP staff like to put in the backgrounds. In my opinion, my deeper look into the show has given me a lot more to enjoy compared to any nitpicks I happen to come across. Would you say that it's been different for you, though?
Yeah, I want to know that people like you exist, and you hit the nail on the head about noticing more of the little problems you would not have seen otherwise. But sometimes I think about what we find when we claim to see something amazing or brilliant. Think of it like the Matrix. Did we just swallow the blue pill and find something awesome but all an unfounded coincidence? Or did we take the red pill and find some mind-blowing goldmine of writing brilliance? I know when Lauren Faust was on the show, she included some things like that, but I did not notice them as much when she left, but then again, that may be just me. So as much as I can buy finding something amazing can make it more awesome and enjoyable, it means so much more when it was deliberately put there. Just like, say, The Matrix, for example.
So, you prefer the little tidbits we happen to notice in the show as long as they were put there on purpose? As opposed to some of the more brilliant moments that seem to have happened by accident?
Well, you see, this is where it gets interesting. In the sense of what you're asking, it can be thought of as a testament to the writers and the writing if it is really there. But there's another side to the coin. I don't know if you've ever read Harry Potter, but there's a quote I like from the last book. Without giving too much away, there's a part where a character says something to the tune of course it's happening inside your head, but why on earth should that mean it isn't real? And I do notice that a lot of the stuff we claim to see, whether it is an out-there idea or headcanon, is still fun. I think what I'm getting at is that all these observations on the problems you now notice are there and accepted with no real argument sometimes, but the brilliant stuff always seems to be debatable no matter how fun it is. Perhaps in a subjective way we can enjoy the show more even if what we're looking at may not really exist as far as the writers are concerned. But there are some who need more than just, this makes me feel good, to watch the show. Whether it is someone who wants to sound edgy or compelling or someone who genuinely enjoys fiction that makes you think and is filled with hidden brilliance or what have you, I can see them taking a hit when they see the problems that they may more easily argue for as opposed to the brilliance that is questionable at times. Know what I mean?
So this is more for those who take a deeper look at the show and find that it has become more like work than something they're passionate about. I would have to imagine that someone who enjoys the show will strive to find good things to say about it, even if they keep coming across various problems and have to talk about those as well. I'm sure that even a show like MLP won't be able to keep up with their high quality forever, nor would I want them to. I understand that some other reviewers and analysts out there eventually reach a point where MLP is no longer as appealing to them as it used to be. I can keep saying, that'll never happen to me, but I can't honestly believe it. Change is inevitable. Growth is optional. Thus far, I have seen MLP both changing and growing at the same time. It isn't the same show that I initially started out with, nor would I want it to be. Just as I encourage others to seek out new challenges and new ideas, I also want to see MLP trying something different from time to time. So I suppose I can, at least in part, understand why some people aren't as passionate about the show as they used to be. And perhaps you're right, Aeon. Maybe a lot of us who are taking a deeper look into the show will eventually reach a point where it becomes detrimental to our overall enjoyment. However, I for one haven't come across anything like that just yet. Despite the fact that I do see more flaws in the show, I am also noticing a lot more strengths as well. Maybe it has to do with my own personal goal of finding something to enjoy in every episode I review, or maybe it has to do with the fact that the MLP staff really are getting better at their craft. Or maybe it's all just a happy coincidence that is pushing the show in a good direction. Only time will tell. What do you think, Aeon?
Yeah, I get what you mean, and I'm not saying that any of this, even the cynical stuff, is bad per se. If you don't like something, then you don't like it, and it is not my aim to tell you otherwise, just like with the other perspectives. But it is an interesting idea to think about, whether or not you would like something better because you did go into it, or if you would have preferred to leave it be. This has given me a lot to think about. Thanks for seeing me, Doctor.
You are most welcome, Aeon.
Have a nice day.
And to you as well. It's good to be helping.